Summoner. Yes, good old Summoner. No longer a dot or ruin mage with summons on the side, but actual summons. Not only that, but the new job gear is perfect. I mean, just look at that Summoner double. There's a lot that has changed. I mean, it's a complete rework, but let's go over it. I think you're gonna like it. But first, I have a disclaimer. I was sponsored by Square Enix to try out this development build of Endwalker, and everything that you see here is subject to significant changes. That includes potencies especially. Since a lot of them change throughout all of the jobs, I would not worry about them. But anyway, let's take a look. First, let's go over Summoner's non-summon abilities. For single target, you have Ruin 3, which is much faster and beefy now, and Try Disaster for AoE. Energy Drain and Energy Siphon still give you 2 stacks of Aether Flow, which you could spend on Fester or Pain Flare. This also gives you 1 Ruin 4, which you can use, which is now an instant AoE, and big. And that's it. Everything else you're going to be doing is summoning. Summoner has 2 different kinds of summons. The demi summons, like Bahamut and Phoenix, and then the new elemental summons, like Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan. Bahamut and Phoenix will recharge your ability to summon the 3 elemental summons. And the overall rotation is going to be a loop of Bahamut to the 3 primals and Phoenix to the 3 primals. And whenever a summon is out, it replaces the spells on your bar. There are 3 new spells which are used solely for your summons abilities. Astral Flow is for special abilities for every summon. Gem Shine is for single target, and Precious Brilliance is for AoE. These ones are used only for the elemental summons and have a certain amount of charges depending on which summon you have out. And the demi summons will replace Ruin 3, Try Disaster, Astral Flow, and Enkindle. During Bahamut, you have Astral Impulse for an instant single target, and Astral Flare for instant AoE. You also get 1 Death Flare and 2 Akmorns. Oh yeah, and he does all of his auto attacks on his own. You don't have to activate them. And he doesn't follow you around like a lost puppy anymore. He will stay still. Each summon does a big with 2 G's AoE ability when it comes out. So Ifrit's abilities are high potency cast times and a gap closer melee combo. You have 2 charges available to use on either Ruby Right single target or Ruby Catastrophe AoE. Then you have Crimson Cyclone to dash into the boss, which combos into Crimson Strike. Both of those are instant AoEs. Then Titan's abilities are about weaving medium potency instant spells with off globals. You have 4 charges available for Topaz Right, a single target instant, or Topaz Catastrophe, an AoE instant. And after each one of those, you're able to weave in Mountain Buster between them, and then you do a little clap. Clap, clap, clap. Garuda's abilities are lower potency, but gotta go fast, super quick instant spells, along with a casted floor AoE. That's right, we kinda have Shadow Flare. You have 4 charges available to use on Emerald Right for single target, or Emerald Catastrophe for AoE. Then you have Slipstream to hardcast, which leaves an AoE on the ground, so make sure the boss isn't gonna move out of it. And finally, you have Phoenix to finish it all off. Phoenix will also do its auto attacks automatically and still has the AoE regen. You have Fountain of Fire for instant single target and Brand of Purgatory for instant AoE. It's no longer a 1-2 combo. There's also 2 revelations just like before, and there's a new ability called Rekindle. It's a 200 potency cure on any target, and it grants the Rekindle status. When that person's HP falls below 50%, or if the timer wears off, it'll trigger Rekindle and give them a 200 potency regen. Such flavor. Besides those, you also have 2 carbuncle abilities, because we couldn't forget about you, little guy. Radiant Aegis is a 20% HP shield on yourself and has 2 charges. This is very good because I die a lot. And Devotion has become Searing Light, a 3% damage buff to everybody, but for 30 seconds on a 2-minute cooldown. And that's it. I think I got it all. Also, there's a funny little tidbit. When you're below level 90, you summon Ifrit, Garuda, and Eggies instead. So the little Chimkin Nugget will come out and do a little rock attack and disappear. Still can't believe we get to use Titan. And when you're even lower than that, you have different versions of some of these spells. Like without Bahamut, you have Dreadrune Trance, and before even that, you get Aether Charge and Carbuncle Summons. Yeah, Summoner's gonna be very interesting even at low levels. So what do you think? I freaking love it. Trying to do the rotation rotation in the little time that I had, I felt like I was always summoning something. Actually, there's basically no filler at all. Some people are concerned that Summoner became too trivial, but I think that actually I was pressing a wider variety of buttons more often than I did before. Keep in mind, right now we have 3 buttons that we never use, the Summon 3 Eggies. But in this version, we're pressing those buttons all the time. And also, the rotation contains choices. And where there is choice, there is complexity. I think Uncle Ben said that. We are finally true summoners, and I am a very happy Summoner Dong enthusiast. Thank you so much for watching, and all of my videos on the Endwalker job changes are out now, so check out the playlist in the link in the description below to watch the next one. Okay, bye!